Life path number 4, how you doing? Hopefully this time it works. I've got a new microphone, you may be able to tell. Well, it's an old one, but I've decided to try and use it, right? Because I've changed the room around. And I got through your reading and then realised that it was on mute and that it wasn't actually recording the audio. So I've had to do it again. How you doing, life path number 4? I'm going to try and pick up on some of the channel messages of before your actual reading. But this is your tarot reading for December, life path number 4. And I will explain as we go on. So straight away, I was picking up on octagon, hexagon, hex, like a visitation from an X, right? Now, because I was hearing X marks the spot, something to do with Capricorn, but a visitation. And I don't think that it's you. I think that it's a party of such, right? Of like maybe around Sagittarius, but like a third party energy of where it's your partner. Now, this energy is, there's no communication here, and I keep picking it up. There's something blocking me. There is something that is blocking me being able to do this correctly, because my head's all like, at the moment, trying to pick up on your actual messages. And I feel that someone's having a visit. It's to do about visitational rights, to do with a child, brother or sister or mother. But like, visitation, like rights, what are my rights to be able to visit? Now if this isn't happening to you and you're with a partner, it's happening to them, okay? Because these messages can be seen either way. But it's like, well, I can see it from either way. I can see it from my point of view, I can also see it from your point of view also. So you do have someone that's very diplomatic here. But you've kind of got this where it's to do with visiting, and it's to do with going to see a child or going to see brothers or sisters or someone that could well be incarcerated in prison. Because I was also hearing order, and I was hearing octagon, hexagon, hex, and then I was thinking, hold on a minute, this is something to do with around a visitational place, right, that you have to go to, right? And this is either like UFC and there's a fight of something, or it's like a house, and it's to do with like an orderly of like hospital orderlies or court with your pants down. So that might be who was that? Cancerian, caught with your pants down. I'll put hex on you. I'll put my X onto you. So that's came up through 2 star sign readings. Can't remember, but they are called that. And that's what I was picking up. That I'll put my hex on you, or I'll put my X on you. Now the main messages of what you got is that if you don't soon stop, I'm going to get my X and I'm going to communicate with my X and I'm going to put them onto you to tell you to stop, right? So I don't know what that message is for, or of why you would communicate, or this person would communicate with their X to say that if you don't stop communicating with me, I'm either one going to tell my boyfriend or girlfriend, or I'm going to tell my X to stop. But why would you communicate with an X? That's the bit of what I'm picking up. Is that it might not be an X that's communicating. It could be an X that is communicating with someone here externally. Say you're with a partner and there's an X person that's communicating with this person and they don't want that. This person then is going to say, if you don't stop communicating with me, I'm going to tell my person, right? Their name Terry or Terry Tibbs. But like, if you don't soon stop communicating with me here, I'm going to tell the person that I'm with to get you to stop communicating with me, to get you to stop doing it, because there is something that here is that is someone's taking it very personally, right? Very personal. So you might want a personal reading. I don't know why. I'm keeping up with something very personal, very, very personal, very private. It's private. It's not down to you. It's my stuff. Stay out of it, right? There is something like that. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but if you're a 4, you can also watch this as a Scorpio. But the main message is, life path number 4, is that someone could be setting someone upset, Somerset, Summer, Sarah, but I'm going to put my X, or I'm going to put my person onto you if you don't stop. That is the main messages of what I was picking up for you, life path number 4. Was there anything else? Yeah, the main one was, I'll put my X on you. I'll put a spell on you also. I mean, it could be because you've had Virgo energies that have had that Capricorn, Pisces, right? And it's like someone's very upset, someone's very emotional, someone is putting a hex on somebody or putting their X onto them and saying, look, if you don't soon stop, I'm going to put my partner onto you to tell you to stop communicating with me. That's the main thing of what I'm hearing. So that hex or that X, I don't think a lot of you would contact an ex to say, look, I want you to tell them to stop doing it because you're my ex, right? So I'm getting mixed messages here that could be something to do with some sort of family dynamic of communicating with an ex via you, or this partner somehow is seeing or communicating or feeling around an ex energy, right? So we're going to go on with your reading. All right, life path number 4. I really hope this is recording the audio. Please let me know if it's too loud or not loud enough, okay? So, okay guys, so your first card was, so also think of any question, yes, no, maybe, all these kind of things. Think it most prominently in your head, right? And then we'll work through the progression of the reading. So the first card that you had out was no. No, right? No, just stay out of it. The answer is no. Stop offering me, stop asking me, just no. Stop, look, listen, Cancerian. So I don't know if your question was, is there anybody that is actually doing anything against me, right? Because no can also be coming from the other person, but we'll see. So there's something better. There's something better for you out there. It's not this energy here. If you're in a third party, that's no, I don't want any part of it. I'm staying out of it. You deal with it, right? I don't want any party, because I keep saying that there's some sort of party, right? Now it could be a Cinderella's third party, 3-party, tea party, right, of some sort. But there's something better for you, life path number 4. So communicate clearly, and this is where it started getting very strange, around communicate clearly with your partner. If you're in one, communicate clearly. Because if there is an energy of someone communicating with another and you don't know, and say that you're with a partner and you're not actually talking, there's a lot of energy here of fear, which is relating to around Leo energy, right? Of like intimidation and fear, that we're not speaking. And if we're not speaking and you're doing something very strange, then why is it that you're actually not speaking with me? So am I like, if we're not on the same, sorry, but spirit, if we're not on the same wavelength and you're not speaking to me, then what is going on with you? You know, this is if you're in a relationship. If we're not communicating clearly, well, this is with everybody. If we're not communicating clearly, then I can do nothing but come up against my own conclusion and think that you may well be talking to an ex. So if you're not speaking to me, then who the hell are you speaking to, right? Because there's an energy here of like, who the hell do you think that you're speaking to, right? Here, right? Because it might be someone that gets communication from an ex, and they say, who the hell do you think that you're speaking to? Who, you know, there's some sort of demand here, Darren, or demand, or remand. Someone could be set free from like prison and come out on remand, and this person comes back and says, who the hell do you think you're turning up from? Because I really do feel that there's some sort of someone that gets put out on remand. Okay, I'm also picking up Raymond though. Something about Raymond or remand. And someone gets released on remand, like for Christmas or something, and they say like, I can come out for Christmas, or you can come and visit. Because there's this visitation thing of someone visiting someone, right, here. And like, well, not here, but right, go with it. Of visitating someone. And it's like, I need visitational rights first. I need to know that I can communicate with you, or I need to know that I can come. And if you're not telling me that I can come, then I can do nothing but come up against my own conclusion and think, well, I'm going to put 2 and 2 together then and come up with 4, right? Life path 4. So you've kind of got this where it's, some of you, it could be about someone getting out on remand and they come back home and they want to come back home for Christmas or something. And you're like, well, who the hell do you think you're communicating with? Who do you think that you're talking to? You don't demand me. I tell you, something is on demand, right? So, or remand, Ramon, Simone, Salmons, or Simone. But you've got that. Some of that isn't caught, and that isn't someone that's incarcerated, obviously not everybody. But then you've got this, like, before I can go and see the family, or before I communicate with you, I need you to give me the go-ahead before I can do it. because it feels like that you're not communicating clearly at all, right, at this time, and it's leading a lot to speculation of such. Okay, so I'm probably glad that I actually done this again, because the last one was like, yeah. So you've got remain positive, right? So there's some sort of positive, negative energy here around Libra. That is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Someone looks on the negative side, camera, or negative, or Snapchat, or sort of like needs a negative. No, like needs a positive answer. It's kind of like, well, everything that you ever do or everything that you ever say is always negative. Why can you not like just give me a positive answer? And that might be why someone's not communicating clearly, because like every time I speak to you, it's always negative. It's never positive. You know, you've never got any good news to say. Like, what the hell's the matter? You know, right? And this could be either one, that someone's going through that in their head, thinking, well, the reason I'm not talking is because I haven't got anything to say. Like, I am like speechless. Like, I literally cannot think of a word to say to you at this time because I'm going through something and I feel breathless or speechless, right? And that it's kind of like this. Well, we speak every day anyway. So what's the matter? Why do you? No, not that message. It feels to me that there's this, that I'm going through something, and the communication is completely broken down, and someone is kind of like, well, if you're not communicating with me, then why are you not communicating with me? And someone is going through something very much in their head, and they're like, because I'm bored and I'm down and I'm depressed, and I've spoke to you enough about it, and I don't want to include you. There's some sort of like being excluded from a cycle, or Michael, the name Michael, or excluded from a circle. You could be called Alan or Stone. The Circle. Great song, by the way, Alan, if you're watching. I don't know why I call people by their names, because I don't know him. I wish I did. Pisces as well, Alan Stone. But The Circle. The Circle of Life. It's not that one, right? That's Elton John. But trust. The next one is trust. So it's going to take some trust for you to trust this person if they're not speaking to you or they're not saying about it. Because it's saying trust them. But then there's an error here of like, no. It's like, no, there's something better. There's something that I want to do that's better than having to put up with all of this crap in my life. Now, if this isn't you, it's your partner, right? But there's something better out there for me, because the answer is no. I've already said no, right? And I mean it. If I've said it, I mean it. No. There's something better than this, the way that you're communicating here. Because it doesn't seem to be clear for someone. It's like, well, you know, how loud do you want me to speak? Do you want me to talk about it? Because it feels like, look, at the moment, I don't want to speak. I don't want to say anything, right? I don't want to tell you about it. So someone's taking it very personal and they want to keep it to themselves, basically. Remain positive, but trust them. So if you're in a relationship, trust the person and remain positive that the communication will eventually come in, but someone could just be having a spaz moment and like just kind of having a glitch of their karma. You know, like I said, well, I think I did in this the other one, is that if someone's been like shedding blame over, say, family karma and stuff like that, if it goes over someone's head and they're like, oh, that's just going over my head, and this person's kind of like, yeah, but it's always them that's in the way, isn't it? It's everybody else is in your way, and they're stopping you from being with me, and so on and so forth, and shedding blame and going over the top here towards someone else. You really could be dealing with a rainbow, which would be Pisces, right? Of like over here, right? Someone down under, maybe, but like over here, then this person then gets family karma, something that has to be undone of blame, of shedding it out, right? What is shed out comes back, right? So say you're in a relationship, this is the male, or this is the female, this is the male, okay? And the female has a lot to do with shouting and screaming at a male because someone's in their way, right? So a third party or family. And they shed all of this blame against this person that doesn't know, right? Of things that they've done or said, right? So here, this then comes back here to this party of relationship to deal with something in their family, right? Or third party. If there's third party, if it's not and it's family, it all comes back to this person in the end and saying, okay, now you've said all of that and you've done all of that, so now we're going to have to put all of this now back onto you for you to now see how that feels of what you've done to the other person or what you've said about that other person. We're going to put you in a circumstance now that makes you feel as uncomfortable as what they do or did, and then you're going to have to pay that back to what you've shed out in your head, what you've been doing for so long against this person. If you've been doing things in the shadows, or if you've been personally tormenting people and not saying, and you've been doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it for so long, and having so much hatred in your head for another person, you can think this, right? And you don't know. It all goes back to the person like, what's going on with my family? What's going on with everything else that's going out of control? It's because the karma, it comes back towards the person that's shed out all of this stuff that people don't know about, right? People don't know about. So it comes back to that person saying, right, we're going to put you in a circumstance and let you deal with it and then see how you feel as if being in those shoes, right? So that's kind of what you've got there. So we'll then start on with your actual tarot reading for December, then we do clarify these, okay? So your first card out now for December, life path number 4, is singlehood, parenthood. Something to do with parenting skills. Now, because this is, no, I want to be single, or I give off the impression that I want to do it myself, because it's independent. I'm not codependent, I don't need anybody's help, I don't need anybody's assistance, I don't need anybody's assistance. I can do it all by myself. I am independent, not codependent. So I want to do it my way, and that's it, right? So that can be someone that gives off a signal of being single. Like, well, at the moment, if we're not speaking and we're not talking, then am I single or am I actually a part of this or not, right? Because you can have this card here of someone that gives off this signal of like, well, I'm single, right? But not if you're in a relationship. If you are, then this person is not talking with you about energy that they might want to be single. Or you just think that. The next card out is the 7 of Wands. This is where it gets very difficult. Because this person is trying to look after, put themselves first, right? They put themselves first and they're cutting out people left, right and centre. And if you're in a relationship, this partner is cutting out the relationship partner of someone that might be on their side. Because seven of Wands is taking sides, right? Taking sides, which means that I'm not communicating with you because you're going to pick a side. And someone's like, well, yeah, well, I have to pick a side if I'm a part of it. And someone's like, no, I want to keep you out of it. I don't want actually for you to pick a side of thinking whether that's me or them. I don't want to pick a side, right? So you could have someone that's very diplomatic here, and they're kind of like, look, I'll always see it from both angles, right? If you can just tell me what on earth is going on, at least then I can pick a side and give you my opinion of what that is. And someone's like, no, bro, I just want out. I'm not going to include you in what's going on in my life, right? So you don't have to pick a side unless this person tells you in the end. And then you're like, well, at least then I know, right? So you kind of got that coming up. Then they do start speaking. So you got the Knight of Cups, right? It's so strange. I hate doing readings, progression of cards that have already been laid out. It's just not normally my flow. But I just can't seem to find flow at the moment. I can't seem to find the word go around a Capricorn or Cancerian. Like stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. This is like, look, can you stop over? It's like, no, I've got to go. It's like, look, why don't you come and stop over here? No, I've got to go. So this person's kind of like in and out, right? Do you want to stop over? Why don't you come here instead of dealing with that? Why don't you come here? Why don't you talk to me about it? Why don't you get on the same wavelength? I don't want to pick a side. I'm always going to pick your side. I'm not going to pick on you. I'm always going to be on your side, right? So why are you not communicating about stuff? Because this taking sides is what I'm picking up, like taking sides. Name's Simon or S. Anything to do with S? Steve? S and M. S, Emma, Emily. S, SM. SM? S and M. S and M. Missenham. Rotterdam or Amsterdam? Amsterdam. Adam and Eve. Gemini. Somewhere involved in here. So the next card that you got out, which was Cancer, right? So you've got this. Don't keep shutting me out. Why do you keep shutting me off? Why do you like go through things on your own and you just want to do it yourself? If you're going through it and someone's kind of like, yeah, but you told me that before, that if I'm going through something, to not actually bring anything to you, to not bring karma to you. It's like, yeah, but I want you to bring the child. I want you, because this could be a brother or a sister here. Could be a Cancerian or water sign. Could be a water sign brother or sister, or daughter or son here. It's kind of like, yeah, but well, why can't you bring them to us, to Cancerian? Why can't you bring it to me? Why can't you come and tell me about it, right? So there is somebody here that is going through something within their family, and this person's like, no, I'll do it by myself then. I'll come on my own. Like, I don't have to bring anybody with me. I'll do it on my own, and I don't have to bring anyone. I'll just bring myself to wherever that is, right? To wherever that is, towards a Cancerian. Could be. Because it would definitely represent travel. So I don't want anyone else to know that I'm going to come on my own to see you. There's no one else going to come with me, right? Is pretty much what I'm thinking. That could be a brother or sister or love, whatever you want. The Magician. So we're going to start over again then. Why don't you come on your own, right? Instead of bringing the family, instead of bringing everybody else with you, why don't you just come on your own here and we can talk? The Magician. Put everything on the table and discuss it like adults, right? Queen of Wands, Sagittarius, Aries or Leo. Sag for me, but sad for me is what I'm hearing. Well, that's sad for me. Sad for me? Sadamy? Sadamy. Academy. Some sort of umbrella. Academy? Some sort of academy. Caddy. A caddy? Cassie? Cassandra? You alright, Cassandra? Or caddy? Like a jockey. A caddy. Cadillac. Someone could drive a Cadillac. Well, a caddy is a passenger, right? I am a passenger. So someone might be talking about bringing a passenger with me. Well, can I bring my friend? Well, why don't you phone a friend? But like, well, can I just phone my friend? So that's that. Started to clarify these. The answer of no. This is normally what we do on the other side, but I normally just start. So the first card out of no was the Three of Cups. So, because that's saying no, there isn't a third party, or no, I don't want a part of this. Right, I don't. The next card out was the High Priestess, which is hiding something, which is the energy of what I channeled at the beginning, which is someone that could be saying, look, I put a hex on you, I put a spell on you, sorry, but that is there. But there could be like, no, they haven't. It depends whether you've seen it or not, right? But I really do feel that someone's being communicated externally to and say, no, I'm seeing someone. Stop communicating with me. I told you no, I'm already with somebody, right? Don't keep asking me, yes, I'm going to tell my ex, or I'm going to tell the person that I'm with. If you keep offering and I've said no, if you keep doing that and I'm with someone, whoever this is, I'm with someone, the more you keep communicating with me and keep asking me personal questions, I'm going to tell my boyfriend or my girlfriend about it. So stop asking, right? That is really what I keep asking. What did that come out in before? I'll ask him. Alaska? From Alaska. Alas. Someone from up north. Yeah, Alaska? Someone could be from up Sheffield or somewhere like that. Alaska. Or a lass. That would be what you call someone up north. You're out there, lass. Some wee lass. But what I really do pick up here is that someone is going through something with their family, definitely around Libra and Pisces. Libra, Pisces, Cancer. And they're the main culprits of what goes on in this dynamic here. Because 3 is always a dynamic, believe it or not. It's bound by karma of a drama triangle, right? So you've kind of got this energy of like, I'd rather celebrate alone, right? I'd rather do this. I'd rather have my birthday on my own. I'd rather do this independently on my own and not tell you about it. If somebody is going through something with their family or anything else, they're trying not to tell the person to include them in it. It's to say, well, no, I can do this on my own. I don't need your help. I don't need your assistance. I don't need no support. I'm independent. I put myself in it. I can do it by myself. All by myself. Don't want to be. Because someone's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be by myself, but I don't want to include you in it. But this energy here of your main message is, so far, I'm not going to include you in it. I'm going to go through this, whatever it is, and I'll come on my own with nobody else. If that makes it better, I'll come to you on my own. You know, I'll come to you in my own time also. So if you're in a relationship and they're going through something externally, I'll come to you in my own time. I don't need rushing. I don't need support. I don't want to include you. I'm not speaking to you about it. I'm having a moment. I'll come to you in my own time, right? Where the energy's not so dense. Right, Dennis, the menace. So anyway, that is your reading, Life Path number 4 so far. We are going to go over to the other side. I'm sorry, but it only goes over to the Secret 7 bundle or the full access bundle. That's what you get for more there. Okay. What we do is we clarify these, and then we do more cards and clarify these. If there are same cards for different decks that come out here, that'll tell me what these questions are here to represent and think, okay, this person doing something with them, blah, blah, blah. Put the pieces together and give you those messages, okay? So also on that, on the full access bundle, you've got your 1st to the 15th that is there. Through that reading, I done a spread for the 2 weeks, okay? And then I did another spread after that, which was what is going on with your partner, right? So I look at your partner's life in one spread, clarify it, what is going on for your 2 weeks, clarify it, and then represent the two, okay? That is already over there. That will also come out again towards the last part, which will be the 15th until Christmas, okay? And then you also get this over there, right? So we just change things up, we ask different questions and so on and so forth, and you obviously get more if you're a tier or whatever it is, full access bundle Patron. So thank you so much for your support, I really do appreciate it. If you want a personal reading or anything like that, you can reach out from the Show More section. If you are a part of Patron, my advice would be to download the app and sign in via the Patreon app instead of keep following the link. The link is basically provided for people that haven't joined that want to see the extendeds. Okay. If you've got the app and you are a patron and you can't see the videos and say you're on the Secret 7 bundle and you can't see them, that might be because you keep following the link and it asks you to sign in all the time and wants to know if you're a member. So if you've got the app and you're constantly signed in, you basically just finish this reading, go over to Patreon from your app, and it'll automatically keep you signed in, and then you don't have to keep like in and out, all that sort of stuff. And I think that might be why some people can't see the videos that they have joined to that tier. If you're a tier 1 member and you want to watch the Secret 7 bundle and it comes up with a video that you can't watch and it says the 1st to the 15th, that's because you need to upgrade to the tier 2 membership, to the full access bundle, okay? But all services are provided below. Thanks very much, Life Path number 4, and I will see you soon.